Now, the only thing in this folder right now is the Homework 1 submission link. And we'll talk about that here in just a moment. If I go ahead and go into kind of my instructor view, you can see that there's actually a hidden item here, and it's our first homework assignment. This will become visible to you on January 18th, okay? And all our assignments are going to become visible right at 12 a.m., right? Right at midnight, assignment becomes available. And this assignment is going to contain a handful of different problems. We're going to have some fundamental questions and some questions that require deeper understanding, and then an extra credit question. So we can tend to think about these as kind of like our easy questions. And we kind of have some hard questions, and then we have our extra credit as kind of like our very hard questions. So the fundamental questions are kind of just the bare bones basics. So if this assignment covers section 2.1, then the questions 1 through 3 are just the easy, straight down the middle types of questions. It doesn't mean that they require no time to answer or no thought, but that they just represent the very basics of the understanding of what we've talked about in that section. Whereas the questions require deeper understanding might require us to be a little bit more careful, to extrapolate off of what we have learned in this section, to kind of synthesize things together in a slightly new way, and to really make sure that we understand the concepts associated with the ideas here. Now, if you want to be able to do well on an assignment, keep in mind that assignments are given out on a Tuesday, and they are due the next week on Monday, which means that you have pretty much a full week's worth of time to get an assignment done. Utilize that week. Don't try to wait until Monday to start each assignment, or you will find that things will be very difficult and very frustrating. Work ahead, work bit by bit, ask questions. If you're working on a problem and you're not sure about something, shoot me an email, show up to office hours. That's totally okay. Now, once that assignment has been completed and all graded, I'll go ahead and I'll post solutions for that assignment, just like I have solutions for the notes and I have solutions for our worksheets. Okay? Now, where will you submit this assignment? You're going to do it here underneath the Homework 1 submission link. Remember, this was the only link that was currently available to you when you look in this folder. Now, when you click on this, you'll see here you can attach some files, so you will need to go ahead and actually take some pictures or send it a PDF. I state here that Cam Scanner is a free app that would allow you to do this, but there's many different things that you might be able to use to get some quality images of your work so that I can read them. You'll attach them here and you'll make sure that you submit. Please make sure that you actually do submit. If you just click Save a Draft, or if you close out of the window before the submission has actually finished, you won't submit. I won't be able to see anything that you worked on, and you'll very likely receive a 0 for the assignment. I believe that Blackboard should be sending you a confirmation email once you have submitted something. And if you're ever unsure, you can always email me a copy of your work as well, as just kind of like a secondary protective measure in case something fails on the end with Blackboard. Okay. Now, exams are going to operate much in the same way. Exams are going to be located not under the Homework tab, but under the Unit Materials tabs. And you'll see down here, under this Exam 1 folder, I have a couple different things listed here. The only thing that's different primarily about exams is the fact that we're going to have a time selection. The exams are going to be given out on a specific day, but you'll either take them at 10:30 a.m. or 7:30 p.m. Unless for some reason those times don't work for you, in which case you need to reach out to me and let me know. But this survey here is just going to ask you which time you want to take the exam. You can retake the survey as many times as you want, and to select what time you're going to start the exam. The exam will then become available to you at that particular time, and then you would still go ahead and submit the exam with the Exam 1 submission link, just like we would have done with the homework. Okay. Now, exam solutions will be posted after the exam has been graded. Now, one common question that I typically get with exams is based on this information that I have written out here, which is for extra time. Please be aware that the only way that you receive extended time or extra time for exams is if you have an accommodation on file with the Access and Disability Services Office. And if you don't have one of those, you can reach out to the office with detailed information about how to contact them being presented in the syllabus. So please be aware that you don't have access to extra time unless you have one of those accommodations. Okay. So hopefully this gives you a rough idea of how exams are going to work and how homeworks are going to work in this class. And We'll talk more in some future videos about some general tips for studying and staying on task in this class and how to be best prepared for these sorts of assessments.